The next slide you will see is Grace Village. This village has 20,000 people living on it, on a plot of land that's less than 4 acres. When the earthquake hit, a hole went into the Grace Village wall, and when the hole went into the wall, of course, people started coming into the property and made a village, made a town inside of Port-au-Prince. Once again, 20,000 people live there, less than a 4-acre plot of land inside of the village. They have a police, they have their own government system, they have a school, they have a clinic, they have, a church, they have their own water support. And as you can see on here, I have the image of their water, I guess, big contained. Each family that has approximately 5 to 7 members, each family gets 1 gallon of water per day. So let's just think about this. I mean, what's a gallon of water? That's a milk carton of water. Could you and 7 of your family members live on a gallon of water? So what ends up happening, they take the gallon of water and it starts off clean, and then they put contaminated water with their clean water, which then becomes contaminated water. But because they feel as if they got it from a tank or from a clean well, they feel as if the water is clean. Well, they end up drinking that dirty water. Well, they end up drinking that unpurified water and dirty water, and then they might have, well, more than likely, they will have parasites inside of them, and of course, they can get diarrhea and other infections inside of their body. The next slide you'll see is the Grace Village shower area. This is where the men, the women, the boys, the girls, everyone showers. The women don't want to shower at night. Well, the women don't want to shower during the day because they feel as if someone's watching them. Well, they can't shower at night because you have the potential of getting raped. It's a village full of people. Maybe not everybody in the village knows each other or trusts each other, but nonetheless, they have the potential to get raped. So they have to shower in the open. Everyone, men, women, children, animals, everyone, it's the open shower. There's no privacy. There are no central bathrooms, like we can stop at a grocery store, at a corner store, or at some kind of store, or someone's home and use the bathroom. They don't do that. They use the restroom, whether it is urinating or fecal, in public, on the side of the road. It's been many a times we passed by and saw somebody squatting next to a wall, or turn their back toward us and at a wall using the bathroom, simply because there's no real privacy and no private bathrooms. The next image you will see are images of the actual streets in Haiti. They are filled with trash. They have no central trash pickup, no trash day. The people there were never taught to put trash in a trash can. They were just taught to throwing it on the ground or throwing it, and their government hasn't made a really big stand toward putting trash in a trash can, or putting trash in its respected area, or where it should be. So you will see, going through Haiti, a lot of trash on the road. You'll see trash in the water, and that's where a lot of the parasites come from, and the maggots and the flesh-eating parasites, simply because you're mixing water and trash. And then you also have fecal matter and urination, not only from the people but also from the animals, and so it contaminates the water, which will end up making the people sick. Okay. Alright, so the next slide is Croix Micheal'a Market. This market, they do not, it's not like the market you and I would go to. It's not Harris Teeter, it's not Food Line, it's not etc. the market that you would go to. Nonetheless, this is where they get their food from. While we were there, we were able to see the market in full-on detail. While we were there, I think, what was it, the market, we had passed by a stand that had meat on it, and there were flies covering the meat. Also in this slide, you'll see the flies on the fish, and behind the fish, in the same area, on the same ground, there's trash directly behind the fish. And this is the fish they eat and they take home to feed to their children. Yes, that is intestines in the picture. Yes, they do eat it. Yes, it was sitting outside in the sun. Would I eat it? I don't know. But if I had to, then, I don't know.
No.
Nonetheless, this is what they eat. We just want to give you a mental image of what they eat and where they buy their food and what it looks like. It's not as lavish. It's not as gorgeous. It's not as beautiful looking as our grocery stores. So, just think about that next time you go to the grocery store and maybe you're complaining about the way you think your meat looks or the way your meat might smell. It might not smell as fresh as you want it to be, but would you eat the food that you're seeing on this picture, on this slide? Just a simple thought, that's all. The next picture you will see, this is another marketplace. This is a marketplace that we saw while we were driving down the road. Yes, that is trash on the road. Yes, their marketplace is on trash. Yes, that is water. Yes, it's human waste in that water and also animal waste. I think I wasn't able to put the picture on here with the animal that was eating the trash and right next to one of the stands, but nonetheless you understand their food process and their market process and how you're not supposed to live like this. No one is supposed to live with so much dirt and filth and trash near them, but they don't know any better, so they need your and our help to become more knowledgeable about themselves and of course how to best live in the environment that they're in. And the next slide is the housing in Haiti. I'm pretty sure that the picture where the man is walking through the picture, the house behind them, I'm fairly sure, I'm positive that someone's dead body was in that home. And I know that sounds very graphic, but because Haiti is still in so much turmoil, they're not able to, or they haven't been able to go into all of the homes that have been damaged to pull out bodies. So a lot of times you'll pass by a building and you'll just get a staunch smell and you're like, what is that, and our tour guide and our interpreter told us, those are dead bodies. And especially at the headquarters where a lot of the American missionaries and a lot of the Americans were living, the building hadn't been touched, and they know that dead bodies are still in there because there are a lot of people who didn't come out. And you're talking about in a climate of at least 92 or higher every day, and you have dead bodies. Well, that of course puts toxins in the air, and of course can cause disease and infection, just airborne, simply because they're not able to clean and get rid of these bodies as they should and clean like they're supposed to. Also, this is housing in the hillside and also down in the city area of Port-au-Prince. This is how they live. This is their housing. This is where they live. They don't know or have anything better, so this is what they have. So next time you're unappreciative and maybe like, I'm tired of cutting the grass, I don't like the bed I'm sleeping in, just think about what these people don't have and realize how much more appreciative you are, or how much more appreciative you should be, more so. Also, each one of these houses are about the size of an average tent. Just, they're not really big inside, and you have maybe 5 to 6 people living in it. So just think about that the next time yourself or your children want to be unappreciative. Just realize how much God has blessed you with and continues to bless you with. Okay, the next slide is a little girl and a man using the contaminated water, or the water in Haiti. The man is of course taking a bath. A lot of people do that, we were told. They don't know any better. They've done it for so long. They don't realize that and more than likely, they do have parasites inside of them, and they don't realize that the water is contaminated and the water isn't up to par and isn't as clean as it should be. The little girl is actually getting water to take back to her mom to wash their clothes and clean their dishes. She didn't think she was doing anything wrong. She thought what she was doing was perfectly fine and exactly right. And we almost startled. We really did startle her when we were, telling her, don't drink it. But she's so accustomed to drinking it and using that water that that's all she knew and that's all she knows. We actually gave her a water of clean, oh, I'm sorry, we actually gave her a bottle of clean water, and she didn't quite know what it was. Like, she was looking at it really funny and like, what is this? But once she was able to drink a little bit of it, she really enjoyed it. And the last picture, the last slide you see is myself and Jessica, and we just wanted to show you the beauty of Haiti. As much turmoil and as many problems as this nation has, it's a really beautiful nation, and more importantly, there are beautiful people there who are in need of not only your prayers but your support and your backing. Haiti is a couple 100 miles off of our shores, off the shores of Florida. They're so close to us that if we were able to build a highway, we could have a highway to Haiti. Yet they're so close to our shores, but we're so far away from them. Just think about the next time you're looking at your life and you're wondering what God has done for you. Simply take a moment to look at this video and just realize how blessed you are, how appreciative you should be, and how thankful you should be, more importantly, to God. And so once again, we say thank you for taking the time to look at our slide, and we hope and we pray, and more importantly, we know that this is going to change your life for the better. So, bye.